He didn't accept it right away. $5.02, 47 minutes, 23 miles. He just stared at it. Not because he didn't understand it. He understood it perfectly. That was the problem. The screen made it look simple. A straight line, a start, an end, a number. As if everything in between didn't matter, as if time didn't matter, as if effort didn't matter, as if he didn't matter. He had been doing this long enough to know better. 47 minutes never meant 47 minutes. It meant waiting. It meant traffic. It meant standing in a crowded place while someone else decided how valuable his time was. 23 miles wasn't just distance. It was gas, wear, and tear. A slow drain he could feel but never quite measure. And $5.02. That number said everything without saying anything at all. He declined it, not in anger, just quietly, like someone who had learned that reacting didn't change anything. Another order came in. $5.68, 30 miles. He almost smiled, not because it was funny, because it was predictable. There was a time he would have taken it, back when he believed that if he kept going, kept accepting, kept showing up, something would shift. That effort would eventually meet reward, that doing the right thing would lead somewhere. That belief didn't disappear all at once. It wore down, slowly, order by order, day by day. He watched cars pass by, people inside them talking, laughing, living, not calculating every mile, not measuring every minute against a number on a screen, just existing. His phone lit up again. $9.54, 45 miles. Guaranteed, it said. He looked at that word longer than the number. Guaranteed. It sounded reassuring, solid, certain, but it didn't feel that way anymore. Guaranteed what? Another hour gone? Another stretch of road that led nowhere? Another moment of realizing that no matter how much he moved, he wasn't actually getting ahead. He didn't decline it right away. He just sat there, letting the silence fill the space between him and the screen. There was something strange about it, the way everything had become numbers. Time turned into minutes, effort turned into miles, worth turned into dollars. And somehow the more he did, the less it seemed to matter. He had always believed in something simple. Work hard, do the right thing, keep going. That was supposed to be enough, but out here, on these roads, with these numbers, it didn't add up. The system didn't care how hard he worked. It didn't care how many hours he gave. It didn't care that he showed up every day, even when he was tired, even when it didn't make sense. It only cared that he kept moving, that he kept accepting, that he stayed in the loop. Because the moment he stopped, everything paused, not the system, just him. Another notification, $5.02. Again, same number, different place, same outcome. It almost felt intentional, like the system wasn't broken, like it was working exactly the way it was designed to. Keep them moving, keep them hoping, keep them just close enough to believe it might change. He zoomed out on the map. The roads shrank, the lines overlapped, dots moving everywhere. Hundreds of drivers, maybe thousands, all doing the same thing, all seeing the same numbers, all making the same quiet calculations in their heads. Maybe the next one will be better. That thought kept everything going, not reality, not fairness, just that small, persistent idea that something might shift. But what if it didn't? What if this wasn't a rough patch? What if this was it, not a mistake, not temporary, just the way things are now. A world where everything is optimized, except the people inside it, where convenience is instant, but compensation is delayed, reduced, minimized, where profit is precise, and humanity is an afterthought. He leaned back in his seat, the phone still in his hand, still glowing, still offering. But something had changed. Not outside, inside. For the first time, he wasn't trying to make the numbers make sense. He wasn't adjusting them in his head, wasn't telling himself a different story. He was just seeing them for what they were. And that clarity, it didn't feel good, because it meant facing something he had been avoiding, that doing the right thing didn't guarantee anything anymore. That effort was no longer a promise, that the system wasn't built to lift him up. It was built to keep him in motion, busy, occupied, engaged, but not free. Another car passed him, a family inside, windows down, music playing. For a second, he watched them, not with envy, just with awareness. They weren't thinking about miles or minutes or whether the next decision would make up for the last one. They were just living. And he realized something, not all at once, but enough. He had been so focused on doing the right thing that he never stopped to ask if it was leading anywhere. He had trusted a system that never promised him anything, only suggested it, and suggestion was enough to keep him going. Until now. The phone buzzed again, another order, another number. He didn't look at it. He turned the phone face down, and in that moment, something quiet settled in. Not anger, not frustration, just clarity, the kind that doesn't change the world overnight, but changes how you see it, the kind that makes it impossible to go back to not knowing. He sat there for a while, the road in front of him, the city moving around him. Nothing had changed, and yet everything had. Because for the first time, he understood something that had been there all along. The problem wasn't that the numbers didn't add up. The problem was believing they ever would.